Guys, welcome back into Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. We have breaking news for you this morning. We really do. We'll often see breaking news in the thumbnails from folks. Today, we truly do have some breaking news, some noteworthy news. Brad Garlinghouse yesterday. Today, we have Saturday, June 28th, here in sunny Colorado. We have breaking news here. Brad Garlinghouse yesterday announced Ripple is dropping the case against the SEC. The SEC is also dropping the case. We're going to get into all of it today. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Don't forget, please, to tap that like and subscribe button. And also, down at the bottom, check our Caleb and Brown link, please. Our affiliate partnership link with Caleb and Brown. They're your one-stop concierge service for crypto brokerage, and you're going to love them because I've been using them for a year, and I can tell you that I'm a pain in the ass. And if I love something and don't complain about it, it's got no ticks, no flaws for me, no bugs, then that really means something. Go check it yourself. Really, I'm a pain in the ass with that. I don't prefer an Uphold as of now. I don't prefer a Coinbase. I use these exchanges. They work well enough. I would not say don't use them for sure. That would be ridiculous. They're excellent exchanges. And I want Uphold to know, and I want everybody to know out there, and Coinbase and Brian Armstrong and everybody, that I truly am an awesome, nice guy, and I have really no hard feelings. What I don't like, in the world is, and we're going to get to today's topic, the reason why you'll hear me bitch and moan about the way Coinbase is set up and the way other exchanges, platforms are set up, that they're not a brokerage, and I get it. They don't work the same way. They don't custody the same way. They don't do everything the same way as a Caleb would do. So they're different. They operate as a platform, and I get it. They have different parameters. Therefore, you have daily limits that you can pull out only. And on Uphold, I think it's 50,000 a day, and I think it's 100,000 a day on Coinbase. And if you have a pro account, you can do 250,000 a day. What if I want to do 500,000 a day? And what if I want to do 750? And what if I want to do $1 million? Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to flip out. I know everybody's like, here he goes. This is the part where he flips out. I'm not going to do it. Not doing it today. You ain't getting me today. Nope. Staying nice and calm. Not coming out of my element. Nope. Staying right in my lane, right in my zone. Here's the deal. That money, you can only get 250. Yeah, but that's my money, though, that I put in there. Well, how come today when it goes up now, it's up, up, up. I want to get 500, 750,000, $1 million. How come I can't? I would have said no bueno. Everybody should complain about that. I'm saying everybody, this is what you agree to when you sign on to the platform. But why is it like that, though? Why is it set up like that? This is what I want to know. Why don't... Who? Okay. Here's a perfect example. You know, they have the model of the universe on a balloon. You blow it up and it shows how the universe expands. You put pennies on it. Yeah. You ever see this science experiment? You blow up the balloon. Yeah. This is a case of, everything's accounted for with the balloon blowing up and everything else. And it's like, okay, it's the model of the universe. Yeah, but what's doing it, though? Who's the guy that's literally like blowing the balloon up? Like, that's what this is a case of right now. Like, why is nobody in the room going, oh, hang on, wait a minute. What about this is our money. How come we can only get 250 a day? Yeah. Okay, the exchanges are great. They allow the affordability to do this, and thank goodness for that. So we thank you for that. We thank you for that piece, Coinbase and Uphold and all these other exchanges that do this. We thank you for allowing us to play ball with crypto. I'm not ungrateful. I'm honest. Are you? Let's get to today's topic. Before we do, let's first check out the cryptocurrency market cap, because I would expect XRP to fucking fly today. We got a $3.29 trillion market cap coming in 1 point into the fear. On Fear and Greed Index, Bitcoin hanging around 107,400, which is where it was yesterday when I was talking to some friends about it. Yeah, I was going to go on about that, but I'm not going to. What's going on? XRP, $2.19, and we are up 4.92% on the day today, up 2.58% on the week. What is going on? What's going to go on? It's going to start. I think that's enough. I don't think we really care. All right, we're going to relax a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. We'll kill that. Hey, guys, don't forget our Caleb and Brown link down at the bottom for your one-stop concierge service for crypto brokerage. They one-to-one your money. They don't play games. They don't commingle funds. They make sure that they what you have in there is there for you when you want it. They have 24/7 customer support that is absolutely stellar. They use Fireblocks institutional grade custody to protect your crypto. You can set limits to buy and sell. So when you're at work and you don't have to think about it or having fun on the beach, your crypto transacts and does its thing for you. By the way, you can take out more than 100,000 a day, or 100 or 250,000 a day. You can take out $1 million a day, 2 million a day, whatever you want to take out. Because it's your money. So when it goes up, you could take out what you want. It's different. Plus, they scour 14 different liquidity providers, finding you the best price for your crypto when you want to cash it out. So that's huge too. All right, Fiat Leak. Let's just check out what's going on with the movement of Basic Attention Token, because I've been wondering, and I've been holding for the longest time. We don't have much. We have 23,000 traded in the past minute. Will BAT token grow? Will it be, that Brave uses the BAT token? We evade a lot of advertising and horseshit by using Brave, the Brave browser. Anyway, I was curious to see. Now let's get to. I have a lot of people tell me they have Litecoin, which is fine, and everything's going to go up in crypto. I just saw Litecoin. I just talked to a friend yesterday. I asked him if he ever bought crypto. I bought some Litecoin. Okay. Everything's going to go up. I mean, that's a fork off of Ethereum, which is not really. It's a fork off of Ethereum, so it's not really, doesn't really do anything. All the cryptos are going to go up, but I would say to anyone, Litecoin, it's like, okay, well, I don't know. Maybe it will be used as a payment coin. I don't know if Litecoin can. I don't think it can. I've got to look. I don't think so. OXT Orchid is a VPN for crypto, I am pretty sure. I am seeing 529 trade in the past minute, so I don't know what that project's doing, if anything at all. We're just going to have to see. Okay, got a USD movement. Okay, we're good on that. Let's get over to, yes, the Ripple versus SEC legal saga is essentially over. Holy cow. Guys, we've been in this space for a while, some of us. We've been waiting for this to happen, and we knew the day would come where this thing would be over. It's basically over. I don't know how it's over, aside from Judge Torres saying that it's truly, truly over. She just ruled that, no, I'm sorry, you guys aren't just going to end this thing. You can't just, this is a legal case that you brought up. There's legal precedents to consider and so forth. And you can't just drop this out of nowhere. It's got to take its proper legal course to its end. And that is probably one of the best ways to describe what really just happened with Judge Torres denying, Ripple dropping the case. And so, I really don't know. I mean, supposedly it's over as far as the two companies are concerned. As far as the law is concerned, now this is important because institutional investors have to operate based on legal precedents and the law. They have fiduciary responsibility to their everything, Their shareholders, the people who are doing business with, everything. The institutions have to be very careful. Yes, the Ripple SEC versus the Ripple versus SEC legal saga is essentially over. Ripple and the SEC have both agreed to drop their appeals, effectively ending the case. The decision follows a judge's rejection of their joint request to modify the settlement. So Torres said, no, you can't do that. This has to go. And Ripple will pay a $50 million penalty, and the case will be closed. Here is a more detailed breakdown, and we'll get back up to what that was saying there in a minute. Here's a more detailed break, and then I have my notes as well on this. Let me keep an eye on the time, too. It's 6:08. So the lawsuit, SEC sued Ripple, as we know, in 2020, alleging that Ripple's XRP sales were unregistered security offerings. The judge agreed that institutional sales were not sold properly. Now, supposedly, Ripple can still sell them. They just have to sell them the right way. Okay, so that's that. Demystified. Not a big deal. There's, they can't sell them because she said, no. The way they were selling them before. They can sell them now the right way, and they've been. All right, now here's the deal, legally and properly. Now, here's the deal. Back on this. I'm going to let that one go. Let's just go to the ruling. The ruling, and there's so much on this. In 2023, July, Torres ruled that some XRP sales, institutional sales, were securities offerings, while other exchange sales were not. Okay, so it's just saying the appeals, both Ripple and the SEC, appealed different aspects of the ruling. Right. The settlement. The parties attempted to settle, including reducing the penalty to $50 million. It was like billions or something, and that they wanted from Ripple, and lifting the injunction. But the judge rejected this attempt because it has to go through the proper legal proceedings. Because you can't just open up a legal can of worms like this and then just say, let's just drop this thing. It was no big deal. No. It's got to take its proper course. Excuse me. The end. Ultimately, both sides decided to drop their appeals, bringing the legal battle to a close. So it's closed. The legal battle is closed. Now, as far as the judge ruling on the case, final ruling, I mean, I don't know how all of that works. I will move to find out over the next couple of days. Anybody knows how that all works? Anybody has law background, etc., please holler in the comments and let us know if you might. Now, I am going to get into some of some of my notes that I have going. I'm like, why can't I see my notes? So let's see what Brad said yesterday, guys. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse announced via an Twitter post that Ripple will drop its case appeal in the ongoing SEC lawsuit and expect the SEC to drop theirs as well, stating Ripple is dropping our cross appeal and the SEC is expected to drop their appeal. All right, here's the thing. Brad usually doesn't say things. He doesn't say things. We have not known him or seen him to say things that have not come to pass a very short time later. The dude's on point. The dude's not full of it. He just says what it is. He says something when it needs to be said, and he's accurate about what he's saying. He's very knowledgeable. He's in the know. He knows what the hell's going on. He knows what he can and can't say. And when he says something, usually that's what we've witnessed so far, right? Isn't that true? A quote from Brad: Ripple is dropping our cross appeal, and the SEC is expected to drop their appeal. As previously said, we're closing this chapter once and for all. We are closing this chapter once and for all. We are closing this chapter once and for all, he said. That's a microphone cheer. Oh, yeah, this has been a long time. We've been waiting for a while. We're focusing on what's important, building the internet of value, locking in. So, all right. He added, they were closing this chapter once and for all, signaling a major step toward ending the year-long battle, the year-long legal battle. Sorry, I have the squeakiest chair, and I swore I would WD-40 it, and I keep forgetting to do it, and I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's so squeaky. I'm like, you can't move because your chair's squeaking. Yes, you can. Who cares? Legal context and timeline concerning this whole case ending. On June 26th, we know Judge Annalisa Torres denied a proposal settlement. It would have dropped Ripple's $125 million penalty to $50 million and dissolved the permanent injunction on institutional XRP sales. She declared that the parties had not shown the exceptional circumstances required to reopen the judgment. Is what it is. After the rejection, Garlinghouse, along with Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderodi, I believe it is Alderodi, a lot. Alderodi is what I used to say, and I've heard him say Alderodi, so I think he knows how to say his name. Confirmed that withdrawing the appeals was now the best path forward, folks. Ripple's legal team emphasized that XRP remains, and that's the thing about this channel. And I'm not saying, the thing is, I watch all the crypto people and they get everybody's name and they're saying it wrong. However, if you go through far enough through the material and through clips, you will see, the person say their last name properly at some point. And if not, you can find it and see if it's Hester Peirce or Pierce. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be funny. I just feel like I feel bad for Danielle. I thought it was Danelle Dixon, and everybody's saying Danielle. I don't think her name is Danielle. I'm not trying to be picky. I am trying to be as accurate as possible. I try to do that with everything, including people's names. By the way, I think his name is Alderodi. Pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, because everybody's saying Alderodi. Let's respect the gentleman. He has said his last name. He's pronounced it. I think he knows how to pronounce it. Anyway, he confirmed withdrawing the appeals, and it was not the best path forward, he said. Ripple's legal team emphasized that XRP, remains classified as not a non-security for retail investors, which we all know. The remaining issues concern only past institutional sales, right, which is not the case anymore. Market and community reaction concerning this whole thing tells that XRP price jumped 3% right after the announcement, reflecting renewed investor confidence, blah, 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 blah. It's not about that for XRP. We don't go on hype and fundamentals. We go on real-world usage, which is coming shortly here. We need the legal clarity and so forth. Don't get me wrong. On Reddit, XRP users are cautiously optimistic. In quotes, somebody saying, this is how I read it. People are getting hyped up for nothing, but I don't believe SEC dropped as well. As long as they have it in my eyes, this case isn't closed, says one little crappy little naysayer. Hey, piss off, you little crappy Reddit shit. All right, another said, the SEC commissioners have to vote on, it sounds like people in the comments sometimes saying some pissy shit. It's like, piss off, keep your garbage to yourself. Yeah, we want positivity. The SEC commissioners have to vote on it, but it's over, says another one on Reddit. Who knows? These posts highlight both excitement and skepticism from the community, of course. So is the case over? I would ask all of you. Well, if you out there, is the case over? I would say, of course, it's not over yet. Until the SEC says it's over, Ripple has officially withdrawn its cross appeal as of June 27th, which was yesterday, Friday. The SEC is expected to follow, but it hasn't yet filed any withdrawal. You know that's coming very shortly. And if you take a look at the XRP chart, and you know a little bit about charts, and you take a peeky at its chart. Don't know why I said that like that. That was dumb. Let's take a look at XRP's chart. Let's look at its 7-day. Oh. You can see all this consolidation here. Consolidate a little bit. Build up. Consolidate, build. Retrace. Build. Consolidate and build. Still doing it. So we're getting ready to jump well past this $2. See on the right-hand side over here. Let me make my mouse bigger. So right over here, you're going to see that I'm going to, when I go up here, it'll be in gray. So $2.33. We're about to jump well past that mark, putting us at, again, if you're over here, you can see there's a marker for you. That's the $3.20 range. We're about to bust past that and go past our all-time high here of $3.84. Look for a $5 XRP coming in a matter of weeks to months. It could be days. July could be our hot month, and we could see XRP shoot coming right up here, because here we are at the end of June, Saturday, June 28th. We could see XRP jump like a son of a gun. Now, here's the deal. It's still active, okay, until the SEC officially withdraws their appeal. The case is still active, and here's what we're going to watch for next. The SEC's announcement, naturally. Will they formally withdraw their appeal? We're going to have tight eyes on this. The second thing, appeals court filings. Oh, here, sorry. Let me get back to, Let me get back to the full. Implications for XRP. Oh, by the way, appeals court filings. Check if both appeals are officially dismissed or not. And we can go on to, I believe it is the SEC's website, and see what the dilly is on that. Implications periodically in check, because they update it and give details. Sometimes before it comes out on a YouTube. Sometimes that is why a YouTube video is made by somebody and reports that news. Implications for XRP Spot ETF with the legal uncertainty reduced. We're going to have to see about this. Spot XRP ETF filings like BlackRock's could gain momentum. We're going to see. We know they will over time, but this could be a catalyst. It could be a catalyst. Ripple's future moves. Focus likely shifts to growth partnerships and regulatory clarity following legal resolution to this whole thing. And here's the bottom line. Brad's June 2027 announcement yesterday, which was Friday, June 27th, it represents a major move toward ending this Ripple SEC saga. This is huge. XRP, we already know the SEC wants this case over as well. Ripple had an opportunity, I am saying, some months ago to end this thing, and they didn't, because they did not want the tarnishment of the way that things were going to be agreed to if it ended that way, and also the big dollar amount. So there's a couple reasons, I believe. That's my opinion on the channel why it did not end, but Ripple could have ended it a little while ago, and they didn't. So I believe that it was on Ripple, and now that they're saying we're done, SEC is going to say, "All right, good. You're finally giving. Okay, good. You finally dropped." The Ripple has dropped its cross appeal, and the SEC is expected to follow suit. Pun not intended. However, the case is not yet legally closed, so we're going to await this formal court action, the formal court actions, especially from the SEC. And once they take place, the case is officially over. We are going to track. We are going to follow what is going on concerning the latest, concerning the court filings and so forth, and will this thing actually be dropped by the SEC right away, like now, like this weekend, and then be reported Monday, or be dropped Monday morning, or whatever it is, right? So let's get this thing over. Right? You tracking? Yeah, so you tracking, right? Oh boy. Here's the deal. See, I have my own. Here's the deal. That's mine. Here's the deal. Like that hasn't been used for decades, Frank. Hey, I hope we're having fun. I hope you guys got something meaningful out of today's episode. I'm not going to go on and on like I usually do, because quite frankly, I've got shit to do today. It is a Saturday, and I've got about 9 million things to do. I do want to, however, first, before we end. Oh, okay. That's the link for that stuff, is just this stuff. Okay. Not just. Okay, hold on. Let's see what Let's see very quickly what Coin. I don't like Coin. I'm not doing it. I don't like these people. Yeah, we already went over it. We're not going to regurgitate the same stuff. What we are going to do is say, have a fantastic day. Consider what this means for the future of XRP over the coming months, and XRP busting past all-time high, going into discovery territory, not staying in its lane concerning price movement and saying, hey, piss off, resistance. We're busting through. Goodbye, old support. We got new support. Goodbye, crappy little support levels for XRP. We go into $5, $7 support levels pretty soon. Oh, yeah. Ever bumping $9 and $10 constantly, 11, 12 bucks for resistance, and just keep bouncing and keep consolidating and keep retesting and retracing and keep jumping and just keeping the cycle going. This is what stocks just breathe. That's literally like the breathing of a stock. A proper stock. It's like goes up. Oh, no, too much. Oh, no. Resistance, boom, hits the ceiling, boom. Got to bump its head and come back down. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Not too far down, hits support, boom, comes back up. Oh, yeah. Trades sideways a little bit. Yeah. Consolidates. Yeah. Boom, boom. Hits that resistance level again. It's literally like a stock breathing to me as I zoom out. I've never heard anybody say that. I'm a little weird, but I see stocks breathing over time. Wow. How fun. It's really cool, man. Stuff's really fun, man. I'll totally jump on a motorcycle after this, man. You know what I mean? After I crunch some numbers with my glasses and calculator, I'm totally cool enough to jump on a motorcycle too. That's what's so fun about being cool in finance and not being a dork in finance. A geeky, dorky, tooly individual, which I love. I love everybody. I love all the dorks. Everybody comes to the table with different things and different assets, and I love them all, different character traits and so forth. Never begrudge anybody for being a dork, because I'm a dork. All right, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you make the best of your weekend, because here is, for most, the start of it. And I bid you a fond farewell until tomorrow morning. Let's see what happens with XRP's chart and what the SEC decides to do with this case. Tap our Caleb link down below. Don't forget our affiliate partnership. You won't be disappointed. Sign up with them, get things going, and tap that like and subscribe if you don't mind. Enjoy your day, guys. I hope you enjoy it.